Year. Now, I have no clue what I'm gonna name this. As I'm doing this video, I have no clue what I'm gonna name this. Uh, it's gonna be a video. This video is about Geno Auriemma, and I have no clue what the title's gonna be. But I got done watching the game tonight, UConn's women's game against Notre Dame, and UConn was number 2 going in this year. Notre Dame was number 1. UConn is not as stacked. They're really young. It's a real young team, and a lot of people are predicting this is the year that UConn loses. They take a step back. They don't. Right now, they have won 4 straight national championships. They're going for 5. People think this is the year that UConn is won't be so dominant. Started off with a really strong strength of schedule. They played. They're number 1 now. They played Baylor. That was number 3. A lot of size on the inside, which UConn does not have. They played tonight. They beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame dropped to 2. UConn was number 1. They played. UConn beat them a couple hours ago, and they played Texas. And they played Texas up in Storrs, Connecticut, at Gamble Pavilion at the campus. And just after the game, Joyner Holmes for Texas, the freshman, she's gonna be a beast in about next year. Next year, she's gonna be a problem. If she don't just get it this year, she's gonna be a absolute beast. She's gonna be a problem for all of women's college basketball in the years to come. Joyner Holmes. But the game made me the game against UConn and Notre Dame tonight. It made me really think about it for a second. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna name this, but where does Geno Auriemma? Where does he rank as the greatest coaches of all time, or at least the last 20 years, or just coaching now? Like, where does he rank as it? We could just keep it to American sports, because I know a lot of people that listen to my channel, they're from the United States. So let's just keep it to United States and American sports. Where does he rank as? Now, even now to last 20 years all time, where does Geno rank? He has 11 national championships. Now, say whatever you want to say college basketball, but he's not the one going out there playing. He's just coaching. He has won 11 national championships, 4 straight. His team they're currently on a 83-game win streak. 83 games. John Wooden's UCLA Bruins had a 88. I think it was 88. And the only team that surpassed that 88 win streak is a Geno's team from a few years ago now that had won up to 90 games. Geno has a win percentage of about 88. He's won 88% of the time. He's been coach of UConn for 32 years. And it just made me think after I was watching the game tonight, and it just made me think about where does he actually rank? Because there's only 2 coaches that has 10 or more championships in college basketball. There's only 2. John Wooden with 10. Think that's right. I could be wrong. I think he has 10. If not 10, he has 11. Pat Summitt, who has 10, and Geno, who has 11. Where does he really rank? From his time starting at UConn, I can't think of anyone in baseball, any manager that had such a streak, or his team's only person I can think about is Joe Torre. Think about men's college basketball, you think about Coach K. Jim Calhoun had a great run, but his teams weren't dominant as Geno's teams. I think Jim Calhoun won 3. Who else? Belichick in football. Phil Jackson has how many? Phil Jackson has 10 or 11. Phil Jackson's not coaching anymore. Matter of fact, I'm looking at this list now. It's a top 50. They had Geno somewhere in the 36. Right now, it's a number 11, Bob Knight, who has 3 national championships, 902 wins, which Geno has 962 wins with 11 championships. But this list I'm looking at right here is putting Bob Knight number 11. Again, Geno's somewhere in the 30s. Nick Saban, 5 national championships, 191 wins, dominant. Really dominant. But Do you go and say 5 championships to 11? I don't know. It depends. It probably depends on who you talk to. Is going to be people that is not going to look at Geno like that because he's a women's coach. But still, man, his teams dominate every year in, year out. They're down, and the thing is, they just don't win games. They blow teams out, 30 and 40 points. Red Auerbach, number 9 championships, 938 wins. But that's around the time of it was either going to be the Lakers or the Celtics. Not taking anything away, but just being honest here. Who's number 8? Keith Stengel, 7 championships, 905. Number 7, Scotty Bowman, 9 championships. That's hockey. Don Shula, 2 Super Bowl titles, 328 wins, undefeated. Coach K, 5 championships, over 1,000 wins. 4, Phil Jackson, 11 championships, 1,100 wins. Now, who will be 3? If Phil is 4, who is 3? Bear Bryant, 6 national championships, 323 wins. That's number 3. All right. 5 national championships, 105 wins. Vince Lombardi. I read it. 5 NFL championships. I've been reading so much college coaches there. Wow. Okay, so if Lombardi's number 2, who is number 1? They already said 62, so they took out Casey. Trying to think about teams that just completely dominated. The Yankees out of the way. Scotty Bowman wasn't sure that has to be the Canadians, right? Montreal. His championships had to come from Montreal. Yep, Montreal. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. So Montreal. Okay. So I got the Canadians out the way, the Yankees out the way. Who is the number 1 that this list is saying? 10 NCAA championships. John Wooden. Holy shit! I just said his name. I just said John Wooden. So I mean, even when you look at it, Geno has 11 to 10 with more wins, and John Wooden over him. I mean, whether you're coaching men's or women, it doesn't matter as long as you're winning championships and dominating. Is the way I see it. So I don't even really have an answer myself in terms of where does Geno go on the all-time. But he has to be top 10. Has to be. Guys, get in the comment section to let me know your thoughts. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Definitely let me know. Because I'm thinking Geno has to be top 10 all time. I mean, now, in the last 30 years, he has to be 1 or 2. There's only probably 1 or 2 coaches that's been better than him. And, I mean, that would probably have to even just be Pat Summitt. The only person I can think about, it has to be Pat Summitt. Because Coach K hasn't won more than both of them. He has the more wins than Geno, but he's been coaching longer. Yeah, so I would have to say 1 and 2. 1 and 2 in the last 30 years would have to be Geno and Pat Summitt, which Geno has more national championships by 1, and Pat has more wins. Guys, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Till the next video, I'm out.